3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Hello and welcome to Entertainment Up Close. I am your host, Natalia Bilbao, and I'm here with
Veronica your co-host.
and we're here to talk about exciting journeys to Hollywood. Where did you come to Hollywood from?
I transitioned from New York to Hollywood, East Coast, West
To West Coast. All right. I did an overseas trip from Spain to Hollywood.
Ah, qué lindo.
Mhm.
Mira, very nice.
Así es. And our guest, Mimi Brown, welcome to Entertainment Up Close. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you both for having me, ladies. I'm happy to be here.
We're so happy to have you.
Thank you.
Her journey was from Alaska to Hollywood.
Can we talk about that?
You don't hear that often, right?
No,
No.
it's not very common.
From Anchorage, Alaska to all the way to Hollywood. What a journey. But it's one that, has been filled with so much fun and entertainment and lights, camera, and action.
Yeah. What would you say is the biggest difference between residing there and here?
Oh, the weather for sure,
Of
right?
Makes
course.
sense. Yeah.
Of course. And I imagine the wardrobe change.
Yeah,
like-
you don't wake up wearing your Uggs outside anymore. 40 below. Now you're
Cliche,
like
but
80
true.
every day at
Ugh.
least, right? So it's a big difference. But we're in Hollywood now.
I was
Yes,
going to ask
that's
you,
right.
so
We're in
what
Hollywood now.
prompted the move from Alaska to Hollywood?
So
Young,
I-
little Mimi, what was
Yes.
it that inspired her to make the move?
Thank you for asking me that. So, growing up in Alaska, our only window to the world was what we saw on television.
Right.
Right.
So all the movie stars, all the red carpets, the news, that was our only window to get what was happening in the world.
Mm.
And so I grew up as a little girl just watching that and wanting that for myself. And so I left literally the day after I graduated college.
So you were about
18.
18, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, high school.
Oh, high school. Got it,
High
got it.
school. The day after I graduated high school, I went to DC for a little bit and I lived in DC. And then from DC, I was like, you know what? When college is over, I'm not going back to Alaska. I'm going lights, camera, action. And I came to Hollywood.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Interesting. Why did you go to Washington? Like, what did you want to be? Because, I mean, you're a journalist,
Yeah.
phenomenal journalist.
you.
Is
The
that what you
Breakfast Club.
studied in school?
Yeah, so I studied communications at Howard University, which is a
Okay.
historically
Oh,
HBCU.
alright. Yeah.
And from there, I decided I want to go I had a lot of friends who went to Howard who were in the entertainment business. And they were
Mm.
like, come to LA. They were doing so many different things. And so I came to LA and I started working red carpets and doing, entertainment and covering movie premieres. and
Wow, you were on it
parties.
quickly.
Well, it's the power of networking, right?
Okay,
It's the
that's
power
right.
of knowing people and them already being in the business and kind of just
Right.
showing you the ropes. And that's kind of how I did it. And you kind of get connected in those circles. And you're already a journalist and you kind of already know people. You kind of just,
What an
put the work
interesting-
in
right.
and kind of just get to it.
What a
Yeah.
blessing. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Thank you.
What were the challenges and also the things? Because you say you grew up seeing Hollywood on television, on film. So that's one perception. How
Yeah.
did that clash or not with what you experienced yourself?
It looks so easy, right? When you watch it on TV, but it's not as easy as it looks, right? There are long days, long nights, and I know it looks glamorous, but it can be, just a lot of work. But if your heart is in it and it's really what you want to do, then you just continue to do it and you continue to put in the work. And I've been granted with, lots of opportunities. I know currently right now I'm working with Hot in Hollywood here, and it's
Mhm.
such an amazing opportunity. The whole team is phenomenal. We cover everything in Hollywood, red carpets, movie
Yes.
premieres. We did an Oscar special around the Oscars. I mean, we just have so much fun. And those opportunities, they're far few in between, but when you grab them and you're able to work with a good group of people and a good company, you
Yes.
take them and you just do the work.
Yes.
And I've been granted that opportunity and I'm super blessed.
Was there any moment, because I feel like we all wonder this, like, was there any moment when you thought about going back or
Oh, no.
abandoning the
Like, yeah, no,
dream, the
I'm
Hollywood
good here.
dream? Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Tell
know
us about that.
what? Thank you for that question because I think a lot of times you have your good days and you have your bad days.
Mhm.
But you have to be built for this kind of thing. And you too know as working in this entertainment industry, right? It's hard.
Yes.
It's never,
Yes.
it's not,
You
you're
have to-
always looking for what's next or worried about like what may come next, right? But it always usually ends up working out because your heart is in it and this is what your calling is, right? Is that how you feel?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that you have to have a certain type of skin
Yeah.
and endurance. And I think throughout the process and your journey here, it only gets thicker. And with the right mentality, you only build on the assets that you have mentally and physically and psychologically. If you stay focused and consistent, and so consistent is very key.
That's the word.
And I think that you are going to be amazing. I hear you have a documentary.
I was going to tell you, like, regarding the power of community, you built a community in Los Angeles, and then, people think about Hollywood like this place where everybody like backstabs each other, but we're so close. And then with the LA fires, you had this brilliant idea that you turned into a project, right?
Yes.
What's funny is I don't know one person who wasn't impacted by the LA fires.
Not just people who were in the vicinity or even in the state of California, but outside of California as well.
And I want to say when the fires hit in January, usually we're all watching it on TV. They're in the mountains, they're in the hills. It's kind of like those people over there.
Right. And you don't feel the direct impact right away.
Exactly.
Nevertheless.
Exactly. But this year, it was hitting closer to home. I mean, people in West Hollywood had scares, right? People in studios.
I had to evacuate. I live in the hills.
Exactly.
We had to evacuate.
Exactly. Was that your first time having to evacuate? And that's what I mean. Like, it was so different this time, right? It hit so close to home. And so myself, who lives in Los Angeles, part of the valley, which is the San Fernando Valley, we were affected. Studio City, Sherman Oaks. And I could only think about what happened to the people who were really impacted in it. And I wanted to go as a journalist. I wanted to talk to some families who were really impacted by this, and I wanted to hear their stories. And so what I did was I took my backpack, which had my camera equipment and my bike, and I went to a town called Altadena. It's right next to Pasadena. Most people have heard of Pasadena, but not Altadena,
right?
But it's literally right next door. And I wanted to speak to a lot of families because it totally wiped out this neighborhood in Altadena, and specifically that was West Altadena, which was it was a place where there was a lot of generational wealth. A lot of homeowners had lived in those homes for 60,
several years,
70 years, and now they were gone. And so I wanted to just talk to them and understand what happened and what they lost. And what I heard was heartbreaking. And so it started out as just one story. It turned into just me chronicling everything that happened, and it turned into a podcast, into a documentary. And I met some wonderful families who I'm still in contact with now, and we continue to talk. And I've raised money for them, and and I'm on this journey. I've gone to New York, I've gone to Atlanta, I've gone different places, and I've been speaking about my documentary, To Altadena with Love. And it's just been really an honor and a pleasure to be able to raise money and to speak on behalf of what's happening in that town.
What a beautiful thing. How inspiring it is for you to be one of the universe's just stars, and just a gift to many people. And you're helping these people not just recuperate things physically, but faith and love and kindness. And people need that. Sometimes it doesn't take a lot to inspire someone, to move someone. So, I mean,
and reassurance in in just humanity, right? Like, people want to know that other people care.
Yes,
exactly.
Right? It's a very powerful thing.
Yeah, and you want to humanize a tragedy. You don't want to just hear 9,000 structures burned. You want to know the story behind those structures, and it helps you care just a little bit more.
Were there any stories that hit home a little bit more?
There are a few, and not to be too heavy, right? But I mean, I think when you hear about someone who passed away trying to hose down their home, right? But you understand the reason why they were doing that is because that home meant so much to their family, and the father who passed away before them, that was their only possession, and so the son was trying to save it, and so he passes away trying to preserve that home. I mean, it puts another humanization on the name of the person who passed away and why that meant so much to them. And so there were just so many different stories like that. You get to know the names behind the headlines and the reasons behind the headlines.
And the homes are they're not just homes. It symbolizes their life, their generation, everything that they have worked for, fought for, lived through. And I can understand and imagine someone just standing in the front line and saying,
Yeah, I'm going to fight for this.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I'm
gonna
going with
go.
it.
Mhm.
And I'm going with
And
it.
then you think it's not going to hit you. You think
Oh,
it's not
yeah,
coming
exactly.
your way, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then it does. And so,
Right,
you
I
know,
understand.
there's that. And so, it's been a great opportunity just to shed light on a community that most people had never heard of
Sure.
until
Mhm.
the fire. And so I've been able to do that. I'm a news contributor on the Breakfast Club. And so
That's right.
they have also been very, very gracious and
Mhm.
allowed me to talk about it on there.
Love that.
Along with the national headlines, they've given me some airspace to also talk about this and to shed some more
Right.
light
Sure.
on what's happening here in
Yeah.
California. And so it's been a great
What a ride
opportunity.
from a little girl from Alaska coming
What
all the
a
way to Hollywood
ride.
doing all these projects.
Miss
We would
Mimi
never
Brown.
Yes. And also after a commercial break, we'll talk more about Hot in Hollywood and what you're doing there.
Yes.
All right. We'll be right back.
The Rock, Kevin Hart, Kerry Washington. These are just some of the stars you can keep up with 24/7 at Hot in Hollywood TV. Hot in Hollywood TV is the best way to keep in touch with Hollywood red carpet action 24/7.
Why do you think people love you so much in your contribution to the Broadway community?
I hope it's because of my work. But I love them loving me, and that's the reason I do it. I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for you.
Thank God for the people around me. That's the honest to God truth. Everything good that has happened to me has happened as a direct result of helping someone else.
I'm definitely learning a lot, learning how to be more polished, more professional. Business acumen is growing.
Cinemagic speaks in itself. I mean, the fact that we need to be here to celebrate the most important part of all of us being, in this business, and that's, the cinema.
Plus, check out our 24/7 Beyonce channel, as well as our Ariana Grande channel. Hot in Hollywood TV. Follow us on all of your devices. Sign up for free right now.
And welcome back to Entertainment Up Close. We're here with our lovely guest, Mimi Brown.
Thank you.
So you're going to go back to Hot in Hollywood. Tell us about
Oh my
that
goodness.
adventure.
Hot in Hollywood has something for everyone. I think if you are looking for, just what is the latest, what's happening in Hollywood, you want to check out Hot in Hollywood TV. Subscription right now is free, so you want to make sure that you go there right now and subscribe. But we have rap shows coming, we have gospel shows coming, there's fitness shows, like whatever you like, we are covering it on Hot in Hollywood TV. So you want to make sure that you are tuned in to the very latest so you don't miss a beat, for sure.
I'm going to ask you something
Yes.
that's probably going to be hard to answer. We'll find
Okay.
out. So if you
Okay.
had to pick 3 celebrities to work with / interview, who would they be?
Ooh.
And I was like, who's my favorite child? Well,
I know you've got to pick one, right? Because celebrities sometimes feel like your children,
That's
right?
true.
So you got to pick one. I would say first off, I love Jamie Foxx, but I love him for so many different reasons, right? Because you never know how you're going to cover him. You don't know if you're going to cover him because he just dropped an album. You don't know if you're going to cover him because he just dropped a CD, or I guess they don't say CDs anymore.
CD.
Showing my age.
That's for the vintage fans.
They just showed he just dropped an album, right? Or you literally don't know what you're going to get from him. It could be a movie, the next blockbuster hit. I love him because he's so multifaceted, and you just have no idea on what stage, what we're going to talk about, and then sometimes even when you're talking to him, he goes into a different character, right? So you don't know who you're talking to, you know what I mean? So he's such a ball of fun on the red carpet, off the red carpet, one-on-one. And so he's one of my favorites that I would have to say that I love over the years, having to cover, watching the journey. And then I don't know, for the fans, if they've seen his latest special, he talks about coming close with death, and now he's just really in tune with finding God and being purposeful and this next stage of life. He's just taken us on a roller coaster, and you can't help but feel so close to him during this, even as someone who's never met him. I've interviewed him a couple times, but as someone who's never met him, I've heard that he just brings you in and makes you feel like you're a part of his life. And so I love that for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a good top one.
I
Right?
definitely secondhand that. It's
Right?
one of my favorites as well.
You said 3, right?
That's a 3, yeah.
Okay, so I would say another, let's go female. I'd say Taraji P. Henson.
Boom.
You know what? Because again, we're talking multifaceted. I mean, but she does a little bit of everything: TV, film. You know, she's a host. I know she's hosted a couple of award shows here and there. You know, she's done so many things. She's so funny. She's so personable. You also feel like you know her, right? And so, you know, some of her best shows, Empire. You know, she's done a few Tyler Perry movies. She has one out now called Straw, which she is like,
my goodness,
killing it in that movie.
She's incredible.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, so I absolutely adore her. She's also a Howard University graduate. So,
alumni.
Yes, an alumni.
Shout out.
Absolutely. But yeah, Taraji is wonderful. What's one of, have you guys, you know, been following her career? Is there something that you love to see her in?
What would I love to see her in? Honestly, I think that she has been doing such an incredible job standing on her 2 feet. And that last movie that she did, I'm sorry, Straw.
Yep.
Straw.
Yeah, Straw.
It was, it definitely took me for a whirl. I thought it was going to be one thing, and it was definitely.
It was hard to watch.
It was hard to watch, but her performance, I mean, she never fails. She constantly executes, and I think that woman is phenomenal, and she deserves all the credit. I can't wait to see her win awards, everything that she deserves.
Yeah.
I would love to see her in a rom-com. I mean,
she's so funny.
That's
she's
why.
so funny.
She's hilarious.
Yeah, she's like this big ball of sun and energy.
Absolutely. She just does it all. I mean, I think her first big break was she did a movie with Brad Pitt. She's written books. You know, she can touch it and it turns into gold. I love it. I love it. Let me think.
Yeah, who's
It's
your
really hard
last?
to follow.
I
Jenny
know.
Fox, Taraji. I mean,
I know. Who else could there be? But you know what? Again, if we're staying in this line and we're going down this in this lane, I would also have to say someone like Kevin Hart. Because he's also, right, you just never know what you're going to get from him, right? If we're covering him on a comedy special, if we're talking to him in a movie, he hosted the BET Awards this year, you know.
And it was the second time, right?
For the BET Awards?
Yes.
I believe he hosted it a long time ago, yeah.
Right,
And so he did it again this year. And what I like about him is that he keeps his circle close and like he kind of puts on all of his friends and he just brings his day ones along with him for the journey. And so there's never a dull moment. Everything is so much fun with him. I remember when him and Nick Cannon, they had their prank war.
Yes.
And they were putting each other's names on or phone numbers on billboards. You know what I mean? Yes.
I do remember that.
It was so much
hysterical.
It was hysterical, right? So you just never know what you're gonna get. And so as an entertainment reporter, being able to cover some of these pranks and some of these movies and everything, you know, it's such a good time, right? Never a dull moment. You never know what you're going to get. Each time you talk to them, each day is different. And I think that's what I like from being a girl from Alaska.
Yeah.
My life each day is different. You know, you never know what story you're going to get, who you're going to run into, especially living here in LA, you know, and I think that's the best part of it.
I have a question for you. What has to be one of your favorite Hollywood stories?
Ooh.
Talk to me. Okay. Talk to me about Prince. Because we were talking about Prince. Wine.
Did I say that out loud?
Mention it, and I want to hear the whole thing.
Oh my goodness!
I want to hear it.
I heard the rumors, but I don't know the story.
Oh my goodness, ladies! So let me tell you. So this has to be like one of the craziest stories you will ever hear. So a friend of mine, we were out one day and I think we went to some party in Hollywood and everybody was leaving and we were like, we're not ready to go home. So what are we going to do? So we see all of these fancy cars pulling out and we're like, I wonder where they're going. I'm like, and then my girlfriend, she looks at me, she's like, well, let's follow them. So we followed them for about, when I want to say like 15, 20 minutes, but we're like in the valley.
Dedicated.
We were, because we, you know, you're just like, whatever. So we're following them and next thing we know, we're like in the hills, like Mulholland, like in the mountains, right? And we're just like trying to hold on because, you know, I don't know if you've ever, you know, driven in the canyon.
Very curvy.
It's very, very curvy. So we're like, okay, well, we're just going with it. And then as we start to drive up Mulholland, you see cars just lined along the road, right? And we're just like, what's happening here? What's going on here? So we're just driving. Next thing we know, they all turn in. Well, we're not turning in because we don't know these people, so we can't turn in. So we kind of park and then we walk. And as we walk, there's these really big hedge bushes. And so we walk right in between and we have no idea where we're going. We're just walking into some random party. We look down, I lie to you not, and there is a symbol in the pool at the bottom. and it is the Prince symbol. And we look at each other, we're like, I know we're not at Prince's house. And as we're walking, we're we're walking. And as we're walking in, Oprah is walking out. And she goes, enjoy your time, ladies. And we're like, thank you. Because we're supposed to be here, so we can't react that it's Oprah, right?
Yes.
So we literally just walk in, and when I tell you, it was the best night of our life. We were there till like 6 a.m. He was like on a jam session. Everybody was there.
Did you get to speak to him or
no?
Okay,
We just,
but
we were
you
in
saw
such
him.
an intimate situation. I mean,
Yeah.
like when I say everybody, I'm like Stevie Wonder. Everybody
Oh my
was there,
goodness.
and they were all just jamming to music, and he was playing every instrument, and it was just magnificent.
Can you imagine?
It was
I'm
like,
in shock. Well, first
it was
off,
just crazy.
I love Oprah. So we saw Oprah. I'm like,
She's like, I'm here for Oprah.
Right?
Prince too. But Oprah,
I'm like, I'm
how are
gonna
you?
turn around. I'm gonna follow
Right.
Oprah.
Do you understand? We were
Wow.
going crazy, and we were like, only in Hollywood does something like this
Only.
happen, right?
So funny.
And no one, because you're there, no one questioned if you're
Mhm.
supposed to be there,
Right.
right? Because it was so secret.
Yeah.
So we, you know,
You
I
just
think the
acted like
secret-
you belonged.
that's what it's gonna say. If you act like you belong, no one questions
Yeah,
you.
you're there. It reminds me of the Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
Party.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely, so much fun.
Isn't that what hot in Hollywood is gonna feel like? Like
Listen.
you're entering a private party that's exclusive, but you belong, so you get all.
And
the
that's
good
what
stuff.
we want it to feel like, right? We want it to feel like we are taking you to those exclusive parties that we're showing you. This is what happens in Hollywood, and we want you to feel a part of our community.
Yes.
And so we want you to watch and to make sure that you follow along, because we have so much planned for you at Hot in Hollywood TV that you just you're going to feel like you live in Hollywood almost. Like
Right.
if you want to look like Beyonce, we're going to show you how to look like Beyonce. If you want to know what's next for her on her tour, we're going to show you that. If you want to know what rap songs or what's happening, where the people are, what's happening, we're going to take you there. And if you're into, like I said, a little bit of gospel too, we've got a little bit of something for everybody.
Everyone.
And so it's just, this is phenomenal. And I think the genius behind Hot in Hollywood TV, who shall remain nameless, but the genius behind has thought of everything, right? And so there's nothing that we are leaving behind. So we want to make sure that you subscribe and tune into Hot in Hollywood TV.
Well, we're super excited for that. We're super excited to see you in Hot in
Thank
Hollywood
you.
to get that like Prince private party experience.
I can't
and
wait to hear so many more stories.
Listen, I've got stories for days. That was just the best one. I got more stories. We'll have to do those next time.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much, Mimi Brown, for being here at Entertainment Up Close. It's been an absolute pleasure. All these stories.
Yeah.
Cannot wait for Hot in Hollywood and all those Prince private party experiences.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me. I've got more stories where that came from, ladies. That's just one.
We can't wait to hear them all.
And thank you all so much for watching Entertainment Up Close.
What do celebrities like Beyonce know about fitness and working out that you don't? How to use body sculpting for fast results. Body sculpting allows you to target different muscle groups each day for 30 minutes or less, so you get the look you want fast. Visit bodylikeb.com to learn how you can tone up and show out within the next 30 days. Use coupon code BB25 for the first 90 days and learn how you can get 50% off this dynamic program. The world's most glamorous celebrities know how to use body sculpting to stand out on the red carpet and mesmerize their fans. Now it's your turn. Don't wait. Now is the time for you to learn how to use body sculpting to get the amazing body you deserve. Say goodbye to those complicated and time-consuming workout programs that make your life miserable. Click on the link below to get started with the Body Like Bee program right now.
Oh, I love Beyonce.
She's fabulous and I love her so much.
She is fierce, she is confident, and she's an inspiration.
I love her work ethic. I think she works really hard. She's beautiful and she's super talented. Like uber talented.
I think she represents female empowerment. She really shows us that there is no limit to what you can do. If you put your mind to it and you have a strong enough work ethic, there's nothing stopping you but yourself.
Beyonce is an inspiration because she's always empowering women just by the person that she is, the, aura that she presents herself with as well.
You can tell all of her work comes from like a place of deep care.
And I mean, just look at her. She's beautiful. She takes care of herself and her body.
I just love her presence. I mean, I think she looks bold. I think she is fierce. She's fabulous. She's commanding attention.
She's not corseted, and she has like a teeny little waist, but she also has really been working on like the strength of her legs. You can see that how like just like the top of her hips kind of like come out.
She must take her fitness regimen very seriously because she's thin. But she still has her, physique about her. I mean, she's cut. She is just fabulous. I mean, she looks great. That bustier is fierce. It's just fierce. That's the best word I can say. Fierce.
She's just got like this like hourglass physique, but that it's not artificial. She worked every day for that. She didn't dance her butt off. She danced it all the way on.
So what's the reason Beyoncé sparkles when she hits the stage? Because she's trained herself for excellence, musically and physically. Now, with the Body Like Bee program, you can sculpt your body the same way as Lady B does. Inside the Body Like Bee program, we have 4 amazing workouts with celebrity trainer Venus Moore. The 4 workouts are glutes, thighs, core, and upper body. Everything you need to be like B. Now, you can use these exclusive Hollywood workouts and get amazing results in 30 days or less. All you have to do is sign up for this amazing program right now. Unlike other complicated workout programs, all you need to complete this workout plan is some space, a mat, dumbbells, and a desire to look great when you walk in a room. Here's a secret you may not know. Part of weight loss is nutrition and diet, cutting carbs and processed sugars. That's why we've included our complete nutritional guide absolutely free. Plus, we've included additional content we know you're gonna love. We've assembled our special team of Hollywood experts to teach you about nutrition and how to eat, how to do your makeup, style your hair, and how to dress like a Hollywood star. Now is the time to look and feel your best, just like Lady B herself. Don't wait. Get started right now.